Decay. Today I will be doing a Halloween look for you guys. I will be doing Poison Ivy. So let's go ahead and get on with it. So right now I've already did my foundation. I'm just using my concealer in Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. I actually don't know what it's in, but I'm also using my Prep and Prime pen by MAC in Light Boost, and I am just mixing the two together, and I'll be concealing and highlighting at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge and just blending everything out. I love this sponge. You've heard me talk about it so many times and I'm just loving it, so it's just perfect. So I'm just using that to blend everything out. Going in with my NYX Matte Finishing Powder and Set It, Don't Fret It. I'm using that to set my highlight and concealer, so that way I have no creases going on, and just to mattify any shine that I do not want. I'm now taking my Too Faced Shadow Insurance to go ahead and prime my lids, because we will be using a bunch of eyeshadows, so I want to make sure our lids are nice and primed. I'm taking this MAC eyeshadow in Soft Brown and my Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be using this color as a transition color. I'm now taking my Urban Decay Electric Palette and that color Thrash, and I will be using the color Thrash as also a transition color. I'm actually putting it on top of the Soft Brown, mixing the two together. This shade is actually, it looks yellow, but it's more of like a lime green color. I'm then taking that same palette and I'm using the color Slow Burn with my MAC, I believe it's my 236 brush. I might be wrong because the numbers on the brush are kind of like fading, so I can't really see, but I'm taking that brush and I'm just placing that color into the crease, and I'm not blending down, I'm actually blending upwards towards the transition color, using windshield wiper motions and circular motions. Okay, taking that brush again by Sonia Kashuk and that Thrash color, I'm just going over that Thrash that we put originally on there, and just making sure we didn't lose that color and making sure everything's nice and blended. Taking this 88 Colored palette by BH Cosmetics, it's the shimmer palette. I'm taking that yellow color right there. I'm sorry you can't really see it because the sun is kind of beaming right now, but it's a pretty yellow color, and I'm just going over that Thrash just to add a little bit more, I guess a little bit more light colorness there. Going back in with no additional product on that MAC brush, I'm just making sure I didn't lose any color from that slow burn color. I don't want to lose any of that color because that's our main focus. Taking this green color, I believe it's the Jumbo Pencil by NYX, and I believe it's in the color Rocky Mountain Green. I'm just placing that all over the lid and blending with my finger. Being careful not to go way too up into the eyeshadows that we already have. We don't want to mess that up. So I'm just kind of blending in that area there. And this is going to be a base for the color, for the eyeshadow we're going to be placing on top of it. The green I'm going to be using is from the 88 color palette, the BH Cosmetic palette. I'm going to be using that green color and just placing that on top of the lid with my 217 brush by MAC. I do not know the name of this color just because these don't have names. They're just a bunch of colors in the palette. So, but it's a beautiful green, as you can see. I loved it. It was perfect for this look. Going back in with Slow Burn, I'm just going to make sure we didn't lose that color. So I'm just going in and windshield wiper motions, making sure it's nice and vibrant. Taking this color here in the 88 color palette by BH Cosmetics, I'm taking that and with a clean 217 brush, I'm just blending that on top of Slow Burn. Like I said, just making sure all the colors are nice and flawless and there's no harsh lines. Taking this Shimma Shimma color by Makeup Geek, I'm placing that on the inner tear duct of the eyes, just to give it a pop of color. Then taking that jumbo pencil, again I'm placing that under the lower lash line and I will be blending that with my finger because we will be putting eyeshadows on top. I'm actually going to be placing that in my waterline as well. Taking that Thrash color in the Urban Decay Electric palette, I am going to smoke that out a little underneath that jumbo pencil we just placed there, just to smoke it out just a bit. And then I'm going to be taking that green that we put on our lid. I'm going to be taking that one and placing that on top of the jumbo pencil and smoking that out as well. And then went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Brunette. And I'm just defining my brows just a bit. You'll notice that I will not be doing my other brow because we'll be putting the leaves on top, so you won't even see that brow in just a minute. So yeah, I'm just doing this brow. I'm then taking this NYX like glitter liner I've had for a while and I thought it'd be awesome in this tutorial. So I'm using that glitter liner and I'm just placing that underneath the lower lash line, and yeah, I'm just going to be placing it there, and I'm also going to be blending with my fingers so that way it doesn't look too harsh like just a line of glitter. I'm using my finger to just pat it and just to distribute the glitter a little bit more and in other places instead of just of a line. Then taking my Milani pen liner, I'm just going to be doing a little wing. Well, my little is probably not your little, so I'm just doing a winged liner. I then took this banana shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and I'm using that banana shade as a highlight for brow highlight. Taking the Sonia Kashuk blush brush, I'm taking my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and I'm going to be bronzing up my face. Taking the Slow Burn in the electric palette, I'm taking this contour brush by Real Techniques and I'm going to also be contouring with that as well. Taking the color Thrash again, I'm going to be using that same contour brush and I'm mixing actually Thrash and Freak in that palette, and I'm just going to be placing on top of Slow Burn and that Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And yeah, that's what I'm doing with these colors, just making it nice and beautiful. Like I said, this is a Poison Ivy look, so I gotta have some type of little green going on and red going on and orange going on in there. So I'm also taking that green that's on our lid and we'll also be placing that in the contour area. Taking that Slow Burn, just making sure I didn't lose any of that color because I kind of want to make that the main focus here. So I'm just going back in and making sure it's nice and vibrant and looking smooth. I'm taking those three colors right there, those yellow colors, and I'm also going to be mixing those together, and I'm just going to be placing them not really in the contour area, more on the cheekbone a little bit, and just blending that in with all that color going on. Well, you know me, I felt like there wasn't enough green, so I went back in with that Freak color in the Urban Decay palette, and I just went in and put more green on my forehead. I put a little bit too much, so I'm just blending it all out. And I took a little bit of Slow Burn and put a little bit of that on the temples of my head also, just blending the two together. I then went back in with the color Freak and I placed that on my cheekbones, kind of more of like a green highlight, I guess you could say. Taking that NYX glitter liner, I thought it'd be cool to put that on my eyebrows, so I just kind of feathered it into my eyebrows in between my hairs and blended it out with my finger. It actually turned out pretty awesome, so I'm kind of glad I went that route. Now I'm taking these leaves. Now let me just explain something. I got like a little bouquet from the Dollar Tree. It was like $1, and I just got the leaves from the bouquet and I just started cutting and gluing them together. Now if you're going to use a hot glue gun, please do so, but let it cool down completely before placing it on your face. I just actually used spirit gum to put them all together. That is spirit gum right there. I got this at Party City. And so I did that before filming, so they're all dry now. But I'm now going to be placing the spirit gum below my eyebrows. You do not want to put this on any hairs because it can remove your hairs. So I'm just putting that below my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna let this set a bit till it gets tacky and then place the leaves on. So I'm just gonna let that dry, and I'm just gonna go on with the rest of my face. I then picked up my Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm gonna go ahead and start contouring my nose. This is actually just a base. I'm gonna be mixing different colors for the contour, like we did on the face. I took that color Thrash, and I went ahead and also blended that in. And I noticed the spirit gum was already tacky, so I went ahead and stopped and went ahead and put on the leaves. And yeah, I just put that on. It stuck really well. I just used a Q-tip to press it down into the skin to make sure everything's nice and sticky, and it was, and it did really well. So there you have it. So back to the contouring of the nose. I went in with that color Slow Burn, and I'm just mixing that color in as well. I went in with that green color that we have on the lid from the 88 palette, and I just mixed that color in as well with the contour of the nose. I then went and took that that green color, and I placed that on top of the Cupid's bow. I think that green color I used was the Thrash, or maybe the Freak, I'm not too sure, but I think I mixed them all together. So the outer corner of the mouth, I used the color Fringe. It's also in that Electric palette. This is a Poison Ivy look, so I wanted to make it look like I had like just poison around my mouth, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then I went in with a red liner. Actually, it's called Real Red by Boutique, I believe. I got it from Sally's a while back ago, so yeah, I just used that. And of course, you just seen my son for just a split second. I just filled my whole entire lip in with that pencil. I didn't use a lipstick. I just used this pencil for this look, and it worked really well for me. But I really love this red. It wasn't so vibrant, but it wasn't so dark. It was in between, and I just thought it was the perfect red. I used my lip balm from Colleen Rothschild, which made it really smooth. It felt like a lipstick on my lips, but there wasn't. It was just a liner, but with that stuff, it felt awesome. I then thought, hey, why not? I need a little bit more glitter in my life, so I added that glitter by NYX, just lining the bottom of those leaves. I thought it would give it a cool effect, and yeah, it looked pretty neat. I then used my Ardell lashes. I'm not too sure what lashes these are, but I will find out and I'll place them down below. But what I did here, I wanted to get some lashes with like a cool effect, and I couldn't, actually I forgot. So I did my own. So I got these lashes, and I placed the glitter liner by NYX all over them, kind of in place of a glue type of thing. So I just kind of painted the tips of the lashes and used a green and orange pigment that I had, and I just kind of sprinkled the orange and green pigment, and it kind of just, it looked really awesome. I'm about to show you what it looks like in just a second, but hey, you got to do what you got to do at home, right? If you don't have it, you got to do what you got to do. And there you go. It looked pretty cool. Before I place those lashes on, I did coat my regular lashes with black mascara just because I didn't want to put any black mascara over the false lashes just because I had already put green and orange on them. But yeah, so there you go. Those are the lashes. It turned out really well. I was very happy with them. So yeah, so on with the face. I'm taking this shadow by Makeup Geek. It's called Shimma Shimma, and I'm just highlighting the highest points of my face. I did do it on the bridge of my nose as well, but I didn't show you that, but that's what I did with the Shimma Shimma color. Now I am gonna go ahead and coat the bottom lashes with my Maybelline Stiletto mascara, and I'm just gonna give it a couple coats, and there you have it. This is the completed look, you guys. This is the wig I got from Party City. I had so much fun doing this look. I just loved it. I hope you loved it. Please don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope you have a happy Halloween, and I'll be coming up with some more tutorials. Bye.
Oh my God. So I just made a big old deal. I screamed, I saw a spider. I hate spiders. Karina came to the rescue and all my nephews. Oh my God. Back to this tutorial. Oh my God, it's poison ivy. You're not even looking at the camera and it's rubbing. That's why I was like hanging out with poison ivy. Woo! Like this wig is itching the crap out of me. Itchy, itchy, scratchy, scratchy. Woo! God, that sun is beaming. It is hot in here. I'm so excited! Kiki really loves this look and I love it. I actually came out good. I was kind of scared. I was like, okay. I did a poison ivy look before last year, but it's before I started YouTube. And I was just playing around. Ow! Or was it last year? No, the year before. And I kind of went a different route this time, and I actually got the wig and went all out. But yeah, love it. Seems cool. I'm gonna be a creeper and stare all day. Creep away. Creep away. Let's see what I look like.